Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's practice is all about finding some relaxation and stillness at the end of the day. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's a little bit hard to switch off after the day's activities. So this is a short practice to help you unwind your body and also your mind. What you are going to need for this practice is maybe a blanket or a cushion and definitely a wall. So you can either set yourself up to start with by taking your mat against a wall, or you can maybe press pause at the end of the class, shift your mat and then take it from there. So we're going to start today seated, any comfortable seated position. You might want to sit on your blanket or your cushion or even lean against our friend the wall. And we are just going to take a few deep, relaxing breaths, just letting go of the day as much as we can. Take a lovely deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Expelling all the air out of the lungs. Then all we're going to do is draw that breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling our shoulders relax, our belly expand. Beginning to soften the muscles around the face, relaxing the jaw. Just imagining the lines on the forehead, or particularly between the eyes, beginning to ease away. Staying here for a few breaths. This sequence is seated, it's lying down. You can close your eyes for pretty much all of it if you want to. Just using this time, giving yourself this time to relax. That's something that we don't do. We don't give ourselves permission to just sit or lie, focusing on our breaths, watching the thoughts as they move across the mind. We're not trying to stop ourselves thinking. That's pretty impossible. Whenever you try and stop yourself from doing something, you pretty much want to do it more. All we are trying to achieve here is slowing down. We can watch these thoughts as they travel through our mind, and we can give ourselves permission to let go of any of these thoughts that no longer serve us. We can give ourselves permission to maybe hold on to a thought that we can find useful and maybe deal with it later. But right now, in this moment, we're just watching and observing, allowing the breath to flow evenly, the thoughts to move smoothly. We are going to take our right hand now and just place it on the left side of our head as we gently, using the weight of our hand and arm, draw the ear towards the shoulder. Lovely stretch down through the neck, and if you want to, you can extend that left hand and arm out to the side just to increase the stretch. We all tend to hold our tension around the neck and the shoulder, so this is a really nice stretch just to ease off a little bit here. And then as we come back to center, we just swap the hands over. We take this left hand on the right side of the head, drawing it down, drawing that ear towards the shoulder, keeping some space between ear and shoulder as well. So we're not crunching the shoulder up to the ear, we're dropping down, extending that right arm out if we want to. Finding some space, lengthening through the side body here. And as we come up to center, we're going to take both hands now, just resting them, the nape of the neck as we draw the elbows in, dip the chest, maybe rounding through the spine, curling in on ourselves here, And stretching down through the back of the neck, releasing that tension, sighing out the breath. Lovely. Let's come back up to seated, and from here we are going to take ourselves down onto the mat. Now you can rest your head on a blanket or a cushion, make yourself comfortable. Something else I should have mentioned at the beginning of the class is maybe put some socks on. Keep yourself nice and warm and snuggly. We're not moving too fast. In fact, we're not moving fast at all. So you want to keep yourself nice and warm as we just relax and stretch out here. So we're going to work our way around onto our backs. Take your time, make yourself comfortable. You might even want to rest your head on a cushion and maybe use your blanket under the small of your back if that feels better for you. Just start by taking the knees together and walking the feet to the outer edges of the mat, fully flattening your spine on the floor here. Taking another lovely deep breath in, and as we exhale, maybe sighing it out through the mouth again. Keeping those knees touching, we're just going to heel toe the feet together and lift our right knee up, taking our hands around the front of that shin and gently draw it in towards us. Keep those shoulders soft on the mat as we squeeze the knee in towards the chest. And then from here, extending that right leg up towards the ceiling. It might feel a little bit tight down the back of that leg. Circling the toe, pointing and flexing the foot here. Again, softness across the upper body. And you might choose to thread your hands behind the back of the leg, pushing the heel away. If that's going to introduce tightness through the shoulders, if you find yourself straining to get a hold of the leg, let's just leave the leg where it is. Maybe just push the heel away, maybe even just bending the knee. Stretching out through the back of our right leg here. From here, let's take our right ankle and place it over the left knee into a figure of four shape or a seated pigeon. We can take our right hand and gently push that leg away. Or if you want to, we can lift the left foot off the floor and thread the hands behind that left thigh. So we're drawing the left knee in towards us and pushing that right knee away from us. Just choosing an option that works for you. Again, keeping that softness through the upper body as we just work on releasing any tightness that might be caught up in the old hips here. So this practice, as I said at the beginning, is all about giving yourself this permission to take a little bit of time to soften the body and relax the mind. So from this position, we're going to slide that left foot away and we're going to drop the right knee over. So we're coming into a little twist here, maybe extending your right arm out to the side or into a little cactus arm posture as we turn the gaze towards the right. And maybe the effect of gravity or your left hand might bring that right knee closer to the floor, but don't force it. Let the body tell you how it wants to move and be guided by your breath. Staying here just for maybe 5 breaths. And then as we breathe in, we use our abdominal muscles as much as we can to draw us back into our starting position with our feet and our knees touching. Let's lift that left knee in towards us now, hugging it in towards the chest here. Trying to keep as much of the spine in contact with the floor. Length through the spine as we draw that knee in. Just holding each posture for about 4 or 5 breaths. And feeling the muscles hopefully relaxing a little bit as we go through this sequence. So now we take that left ankle onto the right knee. Just investigate how it is feeling. You might want to keep that right foot to the floor, or you may feel you can draw the right knee in and thread your hands behind. Again, we just want to keep that upper body relaxed, as much of that spine in contact with the floor, so we don't want to roll ourselves backwards, if only. Letting go of any tightness in the hips, any worries in the mind. Just see if we can let it all go, even if it's only for a few minutes. So from here, we're going to slide that right leg out in front of us and drop that left knee over to the side. Our body is different on both sides, so don't worry if you are not in exactly the same position on this side as you were on the opposite side. Just letting the effects of gravity and maybe the pressure of your hand gently drawing that knee down towards the earth. Again, don't force it, just move in a way that feels good for you. Excellent. Okay, let's bring ourselves back. Inhale, drawing yourselves back, moving with care. Now you might want to hug your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a little roll. You might find you're able to lift your chest and shoulders, tucking the chin towards your chest, bringing yourself into this tiny little ball. Relaxing the head back down. We're going to come into a pose called Happy Baby. So with our knees bent, we're going to widen the knees, take them wider than the hips, and the feet are facing the ceiling. Imagine you're doing a squat on the floor, but you're reversed, you're upside down. So you're in this squat position. Again, we're keeping that length through the spine. Now to begin with, we're just going to take our hands and just rest them on the back of the thighs. I'm going to give my feet a little bit of a rotation as well, just bringing some movement, some relaxation into the ankles here. So you might want to stay with your hands resting on the back of your thighs, or you might be able to walk them up the old legs here. Take a hold of your feet, relaxing as much as you can into this position as we draw those knees down towards the earth. So this pose is called Happy Baby. You might want to be like a happy baby and have a little bit of a rock here from side to side. Lovely deep breath in and long breath out as you allow your body to just melt into the floor here. If holding onto the feet feels a little bit too much, then we can return the hands to the back of the thighs here. And then from our Happy Baby, we're going to draw the knees together, maybe hug them once more into the chest as we return the feet to the floor. So we're coming into our final posture now. This is where we use the wall. And what we're going to do is get our bottom as close as we can to the wall, sideways on, and then from here, extend the feet up the wall, extend the legs up the wall, sorry. It is such a relaxing posture. Almost feels like the weight of the day is draining away from you and you can fully relax. Now this is where our blanket or our cushion comes in as well. You might want to rest your head underneath it. So I'm going to work my way over to the wall now in a very ungainly way. I have to tell you that my back is not playing ball at all at the moment. So I'm moving in a very, very ungainly fashion. Anyway, I'm up against the wall now. And from here, I'm just going to turn myself around, inching my way across the mat. And do you know what? I'm going to use my cushion under my head. Relaxing here on my cushion with my feet up the wall and my socks at a different length. Taking the arms either out to the side, maybe behind us, maybe even just resting on the belly. Closing the eyes. The wall is really a good friend in yoga. It helps support you. And in this posture, we're being supported not only by the wall, but the earth underneath us as well. So if you haven't had your eyes closed in any of these postures, maybe begin to close your eyes. Let the day and any worries just drift away, feeling this lovely support. We can stay here for as long as you feel comfortable. And hopefully this practice has helped you relax your mind and settle your body, ready for a good night's rest. Feel free to stay here for as long as you want to. Just letting go of your day, of any worries, of anything that you feel you're holding on to, both mentally and physically. Let yourself relax. And then when you're ready, gently make your way down from the wall, and hopefully you will have a fabulous night's sleep. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the mat again very soon.